All right, last week we saw the crowning of a new welterweight champion of the world. Of course, I'm talking about Leon Rocky Edwards. My God, what a result that was. He went out there and he knocked out cold the pound for pound number one fighter on the planet. And when we say pound for pound number one fighter, that means over boxers as well, because an MMA guy is going to take care of a boxer all day long. But that's another video. That's another discussion. This is all about Leon Edwards and me saying congratulations to you, my friend, because I am so proud of him. It is absolutely unbelievable what he achieved.
Don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The horse said I couldn't do it. Look at me now.
Now, as we know, this is a rematch. Okay, the first one went down, I think it was 2015. Kamaru went out there, he used the wrestling, he stifled him, he slowed him down, he took him down, he controlled him, and he got the decision. Now, of course, this is mixed martial arts, so well done to Karamu Usman, and that's part of his primary threat. Of course, we know, under the tutelage of Trevor Whitman, and he used to be with Henry Hooft, great striking coaches. He's getting better and better with the hands all the time, knocking out Jorge Masvidal, looking good, looking very, very confident, competent. Even talking about taking on Canelo Alvarez in a boxing match. Slow your roll, champ, former champ, whatever. He's a champ. Whenever you did defend the belt, certainly as many times as Kamaru Usman did, he will forever be known as champ. So slow the roll on the Canelo Alvarez stuff. But the point I'm making is that his striking was getting better, okay? Now the problem is, when you start falling in love with your hands, like when you knock out Masvidal the way that he did, it feels good, right? It's all well and good taking people down, controlling them on the floor. Yeah, great, good skill. But I'm telling you, you can't beat that feeling when you throw a right hand, it connects on the jaw, or a left hook Larry, and they fall down and they're unconscious. It is the best feeling in the world, and it's addictive. It's like a drug. Same thing as when you win in the octagon in front of 20,000 people. So he started having a more rounded approach. Now, well done to him. Kamaru's been amazing. Leon Edwards. It's about Leon. Let's get back to Leon. This man has taken the long path to this. There was no shortcuts. There was no gimmies. There was no favors. He earned this every single step of the way. 10 fights, unbeaten. Of course, we had that eye poke against Belal Muhammad, which was very unfortunate, but I thought Leon was cruising to a victory in that, and maybe even a stoppage, because he looked absolutely sensational against Belal Muhammad. Looked great against Nate Diaz. All right, there was that one punch in the 5th round. Who cares? You don't go in the rain without getting wet. But the reason that it took so long, I think, was a blessing in disguise, because every single time you do a training camp, you get better and better. You learn about the process. You get better at your skills. You get better at sparring. You get better at cutting weight. You learn to deal with the nerves, the mental game, the pressure. That's one of the biggest things about being a fighter. So every time you make that walk to the octagon, every time you go through a training camp, you get better equipped as a fighter. You get better at the process of making weight. And you get better at handling this, the pre-fight nerves, anxiety, whatever you want to call them. And the whole time, Leon's getting better at wrestling, better at stopping takedowns. And, of course, getting his own takedowns, which is what we saw in round 1. Went out there, got a beautiful trip, landed in mount position, took the back, threatened the rear naked choke, locked in the body triangle. I mean, what an incredible way to start a title fight when you're known as the striker, right? That was a big, big round for Leon Edwards, and it set the tone. But, of course, Kamaru Usman, you know, he's no slouch, okay? Pound for pound number 1.
Pound for pound what? Pound for pound what?
He came back, and he came back strong in a big way, utilising all of his skills, utilising every facet of mixed martial arts, mixing things up beautifully, backing Leon up against the fence, throwing hands, working to the body, coming upstairs, bringing Leon's hands up, and then going for the legs, taking him down, controlling him. Now, I thought Leon did a very, very good job of getting back to his feet, but of course, Kamaru was relentless and continued to take him down. And that was pretty much the story of rounds 2, 3, and 4. But it ain't over until it's over, until the fat lady sings. And I didn't see no fat lady singing yet. And when we went into round 5, I think the odds of Leon Edwards winning, certainly by knockout, I think it was something like 5,000 to 1. Some astronomical odds. And Leon was looking for the combination. He was looking for that left high kick. And by now, we've all seen the video of his coaches. His coach identified that high kick. They identified the weakness in Kamaru's game, the flaw in the defense. A lot of the time, when you defend a shot, if it's coming at you straight, a left hand, the right hand, whatever, the parry. The power's a good shot. As it's coming in, you parry the jab, you parry the right hand, depending which one it is. Basically, you're here and you parry. But when you parry, look at that. It leaves this opening here. So what Leon was doing, he was throwing the left hand and then the left high kick right behind it. Now, the reason that's a great setup is because when you throw the left hand, they go to parry it. But that is just a setup. It is a misdirection. It is an advanced feint for the attack that's going to follow, which of course, as we know, was the high kick. And my God, shin on chin, it connected. Absolutely beautiful. One shot, kill shot. Down went the champ, unconscious, eyes open, looking into the shadow realm. And we had a new champion on our hands. Unbelievable. Just executed so perfectly. And it doesn't matter about rounds 2, 3, and 4. He went out there and got the job done in round 5. And he's now the champion of the world. He's got the entire nation of the United Kingdom behind him. They're all supporting him. And he has a lot of options going forward. He's the talk of the town. He's going to make a shitload of money. He's going to get a lot of opportunities coming his way, and I'm so happy for him because Leon's not a guy that's gone out there and talked shit. He's always done his talking inside the octagon, and that's what you've got to respect about this guy. And as I said at the start of the video, he earned this title fight. He did it the old-fashioned way. Didn't talk his way into it. He wasn't a big sensation. He wasn't a loudmouth. He didn't have fans clamoring everywhere. He did it through hard work, determination, and staying the course and believing in himself. And of course, there's a reason why he believed in himself, because he got the fucking knockout, didn't he? So let's talk about what's next. Now, the reality is there's going to be a rematch. Dana White already said they're going to come back to the UK. They're going to do it in London, hopefully at the O2 Arena, potentially a stadium. Obviously, the weather in the UK, that's a bit of an issue, but I believe the Millennium Stadium has a retractable roof. The one at Tottenham does, I believe. That's where Usyk fought Anthony Joshua the first time. So you never know, maybe one of them, which would just be fucking mind-blowing. So I can't wait for that one. So as I say, more than likely it's going to be a rematch with Kamaru Usman, because they're one apiece now. Kamaru won in 2015. Leon just knocked him out cold. So, you know, they're going to have the decider, the rubber match, okay? But you never know. Let's just say Kamaru gets injured. Let's just say he doesn't feel up to it just yet. There's a lot of other contenders out there. And by the way, there's people saying that Kamaru Usman will never be the same after that. Leon did wonder, will he be the same? And that is a fair question to ask. It is a fair question to ask. When I got flatlined at UFC 100 against Dan Henderson, a lot of people suggested that I would never be the same fighter, that I would never come back from that. And it was hard. There was demons. I was a little gun shy. There were skeletons in the closet. You don't know if you're going to be able to take another shot again. I got to say, we got to give Kamaru the benefit of the doubt. The man's a great champion. It's his first knockout loss. I think he'll be okay. But let's just say, let's look at some of the other options. Well, you got to think a lot of the welterweight division right now are rubbing their hands, because Kamaru was taking them all out. He'd beaten Masvidal twice. He'd beaten Colby Covington twice. He'd knocked out Gilbert Burns via ground and pound, TKO. There didn't seem to be anybody to touch him. But now all those guys that have been beaten by Kamaru, they get another shot. Masvidal, I mean, look at that. I mean, they've got history. Masvidal essentially assaulted him backstage at the O2 Arena after they both fought. He'd beaten Darren Till. Leonard had a tremendous performance against Gunnar Nelson. He walked up, three-pieced him, sold, or whatever you want to call it. They should fight. They should fight. If Leon does fight Kamaru and he gets past him, that needs to be the next fight. But I know that Leon and his coaches said they're going to make Masvidal wait. They're going to frustrate him. And I don't blame them for doing that, because it was, he did sucker punch him.
Give him the three-piece with the soda.
3 times. And the soda. So he doesn't owe him any favours. However, I would want to smash that guy's face in. So it's a tricky one. So there's Masvidal there. Of course, Colby Covington. Colby would sell the shit out of that as well, because that's what he does. He's a very charismatic guy. So there it is. The UK has got another champion. Leon Edwards, Birmingham, England. Birmingham stand up, the UK stand up, everyone. I already see murals on the walls in his hometown, so that is just fucking beautiful to see the recognition that he's getting after all this time, and he deserves everything that is coming his way. whether that's money, title fights, defenses, endorsements, TV roles, movie roles, who fucking knows? The world changes when you become champion of the world in the welterweight division, and you do it by knocking out a caliber of fighter that is Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian nightmare. I mean, come on, I couldn't be prouder for the man. It is absolutely sensational. Now, quick note I want to say, I was talking on my podcast last week, and I was informed that Leon afterwards at the post-fight press conference said that he was the first real champ from the UK because he did it whilst training in the UK. And I said some comments. I said, I don't really think that counts. Anyway, it seemed to rub people up the wrong way, and people seem to think I'm salty that Leon won. I am over the goddamn moon for Leon, and I support every fighter from the UK. Of course, I wasn't going to be the first and the only one. We're going to have a slew of champions coming from the UK, I'm telling you. Tom Aspinall, as we know, sadly really hurt his leg. But Tom will be champion. He will be back. He's going to rehab. He's going to have the surgery. He's going to be coming back 6 months, 9 months, maybe a year. But he's only 29 years old, and he will be champion of the heavyweight division. Make no mistake. Mark my words. Darren Till, you're laughing at me because he's 1-3 in his last 4. Darren Till will be champion one day. His striking is phenomenal. His mind is strong. He's just had a bit of a bad run. And again, 29 years old. He'll be champ. Who else we got? Well, we've got Leon Edwards. We've got Arnold Allen. Arnold Allen, I think, is on a 9-fight win streak. He's going to have a huge fight next, so keep an eye out for that name. And he's kind of like Leon. Doesn't do his talking outside the octagon. Does it in the octagon. Molly McCann's doing great things at flyweight. We've got Paddy the Baddy. You never know where he's going to end up. So if you're from the UK, my God, it's a great time to be in mixed martial arts. But this video is for Leon Edwards. Leon, congratulations, my friend. I'm so proud of you, and you deserve all the success. That was amazing to you, your whole team, everyone that supported you. Congratulations, there it is. And by the way, to Kamaru Usman, I'm friends with him as well, and I have a lot of respect for Kamaru Usman. So, Kamaru, rest up, champ. You'll be back. I'm looking forward to the rubber match. Hey, that's the way it goes. That is the way it goes. But as I say, one more time, Leon, take a bow, my friend. Much love.